Welcome everyone to yesterday's NBA news from 2 days. So, yesterday news? Huh? Okay, that's weird. Anyway, obviously we'll be talking about the games in the WNBA from the 9th of September to the 10th of September. Or, wait, it's the 10th to 11th, right? Shit. Fuck. God dog it. I'm not editing this out though, because I think it's more fun to see this, unless I'm just stupid. But, I mean, I'm a serious, obviously, sports reporter. I have a serious sports reporting show where we talk about every sport ever. Oh man. Anyway, let's talk about the NBA news, which was that the Lakers are hiring Zach Guthrie as the coach of the South Bay Lakers, which is the G League team for the Lakers. He was obviously an assistant in the NBA, and last I'm pretty sure it was with the Wizards. And yeah, that is that. While for the NBA, the replay rules have been expanded on out of bounds calls, apparently. No concrete report from what I've seen yet, but that's what I've read. And it's gonna be nuts to watch the NBA referees and NBA replay times and everything and timeouts when compared to the Olympics and how the FIBA referees did, because less timeouts, obviously, they were much better at the monitors and everything, and at essentially being the referees. Yeah. So hopefully the NBA eventually one day adopts some of these FIBA rules so the game can flow much more smoother in the grand scheme of things, but we'll see. Nonetheless, let's talk about the WNBA games that happened. It was obviously a 2-day slate, which means both days had 3 games. First of all, let's talk about yesterday, which started with Lynx beating the Atlanta Dream 76-64. Minnesota had a great all-around performance. They were really great as just an all-around team. They shot 50% from the field, had 24 assists to 11 turnovers, dominated in every facet of the game, 43 rebounds, 40 points in the paint, and the Dream just didn't have enough answers today. And the Lynx continue to just impress as one of the best teams in the league. Then the Liberty beat the Wings 105-91. Bethnisha Laney Hamilton started and played 21 minutes, which obviously was great news for the Liberty after she suffered an injury. And there was some, how can I say it? It was just weirdly reported, and there was obviously a fear she could have a larger injury, but she did not have it. And now she played, she was solid. Liberty were absolutely insane from the 3-point line, 16 of 29. The Wings defense is just awful, and that sucks. But at least for them, the younger players, Maddie Siegrist and JC Sheldon, had a really solid games. Maddie Siegrist finally got some playing time. She had 10.7 rebounds on 5 of 10 shooting from the field. And JC Sheldon had 10 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists on 2 of 6 shooting from the field. And they'll need those 2 players to just continue improving, right? As the rookies and second-year players, so they can actually, move forward, and that's probably what they should focus on with these rest of the games they have, so that next year they can actually be ready to compete, maybe. But I'm not sure actually if, let me just check, pardon me for that, WNBA free agency, because there, I'm not sure if not Satu Sabale is not actually a free agent, which obviously would maybe not be great for them. Okay, so it's it's Satu Sabale and Natasha Howard, both free agents. So that's gonna be really intriguing. I mean, there are a lot of free agents actually. Erica Wheeler, I mean, she's been awful. I mean, awful. She's been not great. Alyssa Thomas and Breonna Jones actually for Connecticut. So Connecticut and Devona Bonner. Man, free agency could really be intriguing this offseason. Damn. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Nonetheless, we'll see how that works with the Wings next year and after the offseason anyway. And the Sun defeated the Sparks at 86-66. It was obviously a back-to-back game for the Connecticut Sun against the LA Sparks, and the Sparks just stood no chance against this Sun defense. Marina Mabrey was sensational. Breonna Jones was 9 of 13 from the field. She was really good. And yeah, she's been playing really well lately, and I hope they keep feeding her and playing through her. While Marina, maybe, with her role with the Sun, has really been impressive also. Then today's slate had also 3 games. The most intriguing one is the first one we'll talk about, which is the Las Vegas Aces beating the Indiana Fever 86-75 in Indiana. And first of all, let's just obviously talk about A'ja Wilson having the single greatest scoring season in WNBA history. She broke the record for single season points. Obviously, she's had just the most points in a WNBA season ever. It was 939 prior to that. Now it's more, obviously, but it was broken with the 940th point. And A'ja Wilson obviously will get the unanimous MVP. She might get the DPOI. And the Aces have been playing better. She really started off well with the mid-range. They had to obviously play more up on her, and it really opened up the offense for the Aces, who were able to just go at Caitlin Clark a lot, especially in the second quarter. It felt like every drive was at Caitlin, and they were really good at getting to the paint. Chelsea Gray, I thought, had a really good game, but and Jackie Young also had some moments at least. They still need, I think, a little more, but we'll see. They shot the 3-ball really well, I'm pretty sure. 10 of 22. They really took advantage of those looks they were getting. Shout out to Alicia Clark. She was 4 of 6 from the 3-point line. Tiffany Hayes was 3 of 4. So that was awesome. And the role players did their thing. So shout out to them. But it's really intriguing, man. Jackie Young, what happened to her actually? What happened actually? But I mean, she's been not horrible, but like, I don't know, man, but I mean, you can, for example, say the same about Jewel Lloyd after the All-Star break, where she's just not been herself. Intriguing nonetheless. But Caitlin she had a really rough game, right? 6 assists to 5 turnovers, 16 points on 6 of 22 shooting. It was Kelsey Mitchell picking up the slack. She was incredible, but Caitlin and Aliyah Boston just did not help her at all. They had 15 assists to 14 turnovers, which was not good. They didn't shoot the 3-ball that well. And Caitlin, they really forced her to go right a lot. And 6 of those, probably out of those 6 buckets, like 3 of them were wide open layups with her right hand, where they just did not care about it. And they were really taking away that left side of the floor for her to obviously hit those step backs and stuff. They played a really great defense, and probably the blueprint on how you want to play her in the playoffs if you have the personnel. And I mean, it will be intriguing nonetheless. And I'm so excited for the playoffs, actually. I can't wait. And it will be a great experience for the Fever. Nonetheless, I mean, after the start of the season and everything, I mean, I was expecting them to make the playoffs because I knew their schedule was not as bad. But, I mean, nobody is expecting them to compete for the title seriously in the first year. Unless. Nonetheless, let's talk about the Storm beating the Sparks, 90-82. Really great Skylar Diggins-Smith game. She had 26 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 blocks, and 3 steals now. 4 steals and 3 blocks on 10 of 13 shooting from the field. She was incredible. She had just a perfect game, pretty much. And overall, the starters for the Storm, obviously Gabby Williams, McGregor, Ogwumike, and Lloyd, all had really great games today, even though Jewel Lloyd struggled once again from the field. They probably played the best together they've played since the break. Defensively, it wasn't perfect, but it still is an improvement. I still do feel like there's some weird body language around this Storm team, but maybe I'm reading too much into it. But they had 11 steals to 6 turnovers, which is fucking incredible. And for the Sparks, obviously, Ricky Jackson had a really great game, 22.7 rebounds, 3 assists on 8 of 15 shooting. It was Azura Stevens who had a really great game, 18 points, 15 rebounds. And they played solidly. They really competed well. Really, the only issue is that Odyssey Sims injury, because she got hurt in the 4th quarter where they were still in this game, and who knows what would have happened, but hopefully it's nothing major long term. I've not read anything. I've just read that she's obviously she was She headed to the locker room. She got hurt, and I don't know how. I don't know how serious it is. Let me actually check. Off ball Odyssey seems. Oh, dislocated finger. Maybe. Okay, we don't know yet, so we'll see. We'll see how it looks eventually. But lastly, we have the Mystics beating the Sky 89-58. Camila Cardoso wasn't involved early, and the Mystics just completely dominated this game. It was an utter disaster for Chicago. Shout out to Alia Edwards, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 7 of 10 shooting from the field. Sykes had 14 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, really good all-around game. And yeah, it was just too easy for Washington, so shout out to them. They're obviously fighting for that playoff spot, and they're fighting with the Sky, and they've been the better team lately without a question. So we have, how many games do we have left? We have a week left actually, right? Last games are on Friday next week, so shit's gonna get tight this last week. So let's enjoy it together. Be kind to yourself and others as always. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll catch you all tomorrow with more NBA news as always. As tomorrow we have Liberty Wings, and we'll see what happens next. Anyway, thank you all. Bye. Love you all. Be kind to yourself and to others. Be gentle. Bye.